Good afternoon, all. Thank you very much for coming today. It's a really exciting day for myself and the football club. To be honest, I'm here the last few weeks, and I'm really exciting. I can't wait to start the preseason, and we have a really exciting season ahead, and I'm really looking forward to a successful season. Thank you for coming.
Okay, can we take the first question? Okay, down at the front.
Patrick, welcome to New York.
Thank you.
Major League Soccer is a different animal than virtually every other league in the world. Why do you think you could be successful here in this league?
Maybe because I'm quite a really positive person, and I'm really ambitious. I know that I'm surrounded by Claudio, who played in Europe. I know the league. So I will not gonna have anybody better than Claudio to help me and support me during the season. I've been working in the last few weeks about the league. I spent time in the draft talking with the coaches, so I know what to expect, and I will be ready for the start of the season.
Patrick, as you take over NYCFC now, what do you find are the team's greatest strengths and weaknesses heading into the second season?
I think a little bit too early for me to talk about strength and weakness. I think I will be more ready to talk about it in the preseason when I will evaluate the level of the team. But of course, talking with Claudio and building up the roster, we know which part of the game that we need to improve. But I think we need to wait a little bit longer so we can go a little bit more into details with you guys.
Okay, just at the end.
Patrick, one of your great adversaries in the Premier League was Roy Keane, and one of the frustrations he found coming from that top level as a player into management was dealing with players that weren't of the same level of caliber player that he was. Is this something that concerns you?
Not at all. Not at all, because I knew and I know the caliber of the players we have in our roster. I know the level of the MLS, and I think the MLS is more tougher and more difficult than what people in the other side of the continent think about. And I know that I will have to work hard to understand a little bit the players and for them to understand the philosophy I try to put in place. But I'm not worried at all about that.
You played for the great Arsene Wenger. Have you leaned on him for advice on how to manage a club?
No. I was really lucky during my career because I played under some fantastic coaches, and of course I take a little bit of some of them. Sorry, but what is important for me is to know who I am as a coach and as a manager. I want the team to reflect my personality, who I am as a person as well. So I had great experience as a player, and I will use my experience to try to get the best of the players.
Patrick, good afternoon. Why NYCFC? Why stay in the City Football Network when there are opportunities with other clubs in the Premier League?
Because that was my best options. Knowing the people in this football club, knowing the project of this football club, the fact that working with people that I trust and have the project that we can work together, that was a massive impact on my decision. Knowing Claudio, played against him, and knowing the way he's seen the game and how successful he want to build this football club, to be part of that project was an easy decision for me.
Dave, in the middle.
Hi, Patrick. Welcome to New York.
Thank you.
Again, going off of one of my previous colleagues' questions, in preparation for your move to Major League Soccer, did you speak to anybody in particular, coaches or players, former players even, that have given you an idea of what to expect in this world of MLS?
Not really, to be honest. That is something that I really wanted to do. Of course, I have friends who played in the league. I've been watching games in the last few years, and to be honest, when I came last year and I watched the game against the Red Bulls and saw the passions from the fans in the stadium, that has a massive impact on the decision that I make. It was a really easy decision for me because of the people I have around me to give me the support that I need.
You've also been in charge for about 3 weeks now, 2.5, 3 weeks, roughly, here at NYCFC. You've seen the college draft, which is completely an alien idea as far as football goes for people overseas. You've also, with Ronald Matarrita today, you've been involved with using targeted allocation money. There's several different mechanisms in Major League Soccer that make it unique. What are your thoughts so far on these mechanisms, on Major League Soccer, and how it's different than other leagues around the world?
He's completely different, and this is the reason why it's important for me to have Claudio or David Lee next to me to explain more into details about the rules in this country. And in the last 3 weeks, it's been really good. I learned a lot. In the draft, it was quite really interesting, meeting other coaches in the league, exchange, talking about the positive and the negative about the league, and it's been a really long learning process for me. But it was really good, and to be honest, I quite enjoyed the draft.
Question in the middle, Peter. Yeah.
Hey, Patrick, although this question might be more for Claudio, it seemed like the games I observed last year, the NYCFC gave them a lot of late, heartbreaking goals. Now, I know in baseball you can improve the bullpen, bring in better relief pitchers. What can this team do to improve their play in the final moments, to preserve victories or make sure they don't give up heartbreaking defeats?
For me?
Well, whoever wants to answer it, I think.
Well, I think it is more of a technical question, but I think it's collective improvement. I think a lot of times the blame or criticism goes to the defense, but in speaking to Patrick and our belief, it's everybody, it's collective. Everybody defends, and it's a matter of focus and concentration and details that Patrick will certainly work on with the team. But we have every confidence in the players we have now going to preseason and the players we're going to bring in that we've brought in to strengthen the squad.
Okay. Yeah.
Patrick, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Tu as eu beaucoup d'entraîneurs importants dans ta carrière. Est-ce qu'il y en a un en particulier qui a eu un impact et qui va prédéfinir un peu le style de coaching que tu vas avoir ici?
Do we need somebody to translate? Or
No,
to
you
translate?
can answer in French.
I can
That's
answer
fine.
in French?
Yeah.
Okay. Non, mais j'ai vraiment eu la chance d'avoir eu pas mal d'entraîneurs et des grands entraîneurs. Mais c'est vrai que le fait d'avoir passé du temps avec Arsène, d'avoir eu un entraîneur comme José Mourinho ou Capello, j'ai vraiment été, on va dire, à la bonne école au niveau des entraîneurs et j'ai beaucoup appris d'eux. Mais ce qui est important pour moi, c'est d'avoir une identité et de savoir ce que moi je veux comme personne. Et si j'essaie d'imiter un autre entraîneur, et je pense que c'est là que j'aurai le risque de me louper.
Une autre question. Il y a peu d'entraîneurs noirs sur les bancs européens. Quel est ton avis là-dessus? Est-ce que ça explique ton passage justement aux États-Unis ou le pays ici est plus ouvert à ça? Enfin, on voit plus d'entraîneurs noirs, pardon, basket, en football américain. Et quel est ton regard par rapport à ça?
Mais c'est vrai que j'aimerais voir beaucoup plus d'entraîneurs noirs en Europe. Mais pour moi, la chose importante de venir ici, c'est parce que j'avais un projet qui m'intéressait, un projet avec des gens avec qui je pouvais vraiment travailler. Et je pense que je suis au bon endroit par rapport à ce que j'ai envie d'accomplir.
Okay. Over here.
Claudio, hi, over here.
Yeah. Hi.
What were you looking for in your new manager, and what was the process that sort of resulted in hiring Patrick?
Well, I think it was important to have a great leader, someone who commands respect. You have instantly with Patrick the presence of that as soon as he walks into a room, the ability to communicate with big players and who played at the highest level, as well as having a commitment to develop younger ones. And all those boxes he's ticked, his desire to succeed. And his confidence without being arrogant, his willingness to really also listen to his staff, and I've seen that in the 3 to 4 weeks that we've been together. But just the confidence he has in taking this role, and he's absolutely more than ready, and we're really excited to have him. Yeah, I mean the process was there was a great comfort in him coming from City Football Group when there's a lot of candidates, a lot of interest, which is great to come to our club and to be part of City Football Group. So the insight and how much we knew the way Patrick worked on and off the field, gave us all that confidence that he was the right guy.
Okay, Graham.
Welcome to New York, Patrick.
Thank you.
It's a question partly for Claudia, maybe partly for both of you, really. But I'm just wondering what discussions you've had about minimum expectations for this year, and obviously, is there a sense that having appointed somebody from within City Football Group that perhaps there's a little more latitude for longer term development, even if immediate results don't work out?
Yeah, I think we both want to succeed as soon as possible, but we also are aware that there's a lot of work to be done. I think we have to focus on ourselves. The first thing we've done is to strengthen the team, and we'll continue to do that in the next couple of weeks. We don't want to come out and make any crazy bold predictions, but we're confident with the team we have that there'll be an improvement in the way we play, in the overall togetherness and unity of the club, and having disappointment last year for any player who's had that or any one part of this club, we want to get that right. So we're really looking forward to it. We learned quite a bit as a club last year, and we're ready to go for this season.
We are in an industry where result matters, and result is really important, and that's why I strongly believe that if we work hard, if we get the result, everybody will be really happy. And it will be really important for us to win games, to win trophies, because it's important, because people judge you by what you won. And what is important for us is to give our best, to work hard, and to have a style of playing. We want to win, and we want to win trophies by playing the right way.
Okay.
Yes. Hello, Patrick. Welcome to New York.
Thank you.
You just mentioned style of play. I was wondering, do you have a particular style of play or formation that you want to impose on the team, or just want to see how the talent fits?
I think I will wait a little bit before going into that kind of details. But what will be really important for me is to give a proper identity to the team. To be really clear about how to play in possession or without possession. That will be really important. I would like to see the team reflecting what New York is all about. I'm really passionate about the city, and every time I come in holiday in the city, I really find a really determined, and New York is really lively. There's full of energy in this city. And I would like my team to reflect what New York is all about. So I will ask the players, I will want my team to be full of energy, to be lively, and to have a really positive attitude.
Okay. We'll just go right behind you there.
Patrick, hi.
Hello.
You played for very important coaches, of course, in Arsenal, but you had Capello twice, Mancini twice, you had Mourinho. So who is, you kind of a little bit of answer before this question, but who, you must have been learning a lot from these guys, and what are the things that you probably like more in one of these coaches on?
It will be really taking, it will take a whole day to go through to all the managers and what they did really well. But something that I really like about Mourinho was his preparation before the game. He was giving players keys and information about the strength and the weakness of the opposition team. I quite like Arsene Wenger with the freedoms that he was giving to the players to express themselves on the field. I liked Mancini's passion and desire that he was showing when he was on the bench. At the same time, I like Pellegrini calm that he's showing when he's on the bench. So I've been really lucky playing under managers and spending time with them and learning for them. But I think what I was said early on will be really important for me is to be myself and not try to copy anybody else, because that will be the biggest mistake that I will make.
Okay, down the front.
Patrick, there have been a number of international managers that have come to MLS and have struggled. So moving forward now, how do you plan on successfully and quickly adapting to being successful in MLS?
I think being successful in the MLS first will be for me to be surrounded by the people who know the league as well as I do or better than I do. When you look at my staff, I have Christian Latanzio, who's got a really good experience working next to Capello, working next to Mancini. Javier Perez, who worked in the MLS, was the coach of the under-20 of the US national team. Claudio, who played in the MLS. So I'm surrounded by really good people with really good experience, and I'm a good listener. So I will take all the information from them on board, and that will help me to be successful.
Hello, Patrick.
Hello.
Obviously, you're not exactly foreign to the idea of managing, through experiences with Manchester City.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Obviously, you're not foreign to the concept of, coaching a club. You've had experiences with the Manchester City Elite Development Club. Do you feel like there are any philosophies you've installed there that can translate here at this level?
I think what will be really important for me, and one of the biggest mistakes I can make, is to try to bring the Manchester City philosophy and do it here at New York City. The two cities are completely different. New York had its own identity. The American players had their own philosophy, and they are completely different. Of course, I learned a lot when I was at Manchester City, and I developed myself and to have a clear idea about how I want to play football, and that is what I will try to bring in this country here and to the football club. But I want to live with and do things with the people here in New York, with the mentality and the culture and all of this. You understand what I mean?
Question for Claudio. Claudio, being that Patrick doesn't have the experience with the MLS, does that make it easier for you to do your job in picking the right players to put alongside him?
Well, I think it's important to note we discuss any incoming or outgoing player together collectively with the staff. We get input from our coaching staff as well. We discuss it. There's a lot of things to consider, not just the quality of the player, but the salary cap, international spots, and so this is the way Patrick's been able to learn how the league works by doing it in the last 6 to 8 weeks together. So we certainly gives insight we have about kind of how the league is played, how different teams are assembled. We have to consider the teams we play more often, the Eastern Conference teams, and how they're assembled and how we can best put a team together. But we're really excited about the squad we have. We have a lot of good pieces. We have a lot of good players. We have experience. We're bringing in young players. So, we feel we're at a good place. We're looking forward to preseason. But this is something we always talk about together, to make sure we're on board and we have the right mentality of players. We've added in a couple of young players. It's important that we have players with the right mentality. Coming to New York, being at our club, it's a high-profile club in this league, And so we have to make sure that the right players are coming in here and really want to take on this challenge.
And so just to add what Claudio was saying, it's true that I may not have a best knowledge of the league, but I think the game's still the game. And you play in football, and there's no difference of the way you play in the game between Europe and the US. It's still 11 against 11, and the objective is to score goals and not to concede a goal. So there's not a big change.
How excited are you to coach Lampard, Pirlo, and Villa? And do you have any special? You obviously have a different knowledge than any other coach in this league since you played with and against them. And are there things you remember about going against like a Lampard that you will impart coaching him?
No, I'm really pleased and really happy to have the opportunity to manage these three players, because yes, I play against them, and they are fantastic players. But overall, I think they are winners, and that's why they will have a massive part to play in our success, because they are here to bring the experience, and they still want to win silverware, and that is for me really important. And I was just looking forward to work with them.
Okay, the end.
This question could be for either of you or both of you. For both Poku and Mix, what are your plans for both of them? They're at different points in their career and at different points in their development.
Well, they're still important players for the club. I think they're young. They have a lot to learn. I think it's important this season for both of them to perform even to a better level. They have a lot of qualities, and I think one of the things that I know Patrick will instill into Poku and Mix is even better training habits. I think in speaking to Patrick and hearing him, the importance of and the detail that needs to be done on the training pitch, and this is very, very important. So to reach to the next level, you have to suffer, work harder, be able to take criticism. They're both, great professionals, well liked in the locker room. So, we're really, really excited, and they're going to make big impact for the team.
Yeah, we're talking about two young players who I believe didn't full their potential yet. So of course, one of my job will be to try to get the best of them. And I will put a lot of pressure on their shoulder, because I believe they have a talent and the potential to be better than they was last year. And I will be really demanding on them, because they have to express that talent. And the same, I'm really looking forward to work with them, because we have Lampard, Pirlo, Villa, who've got this fantastic experience, and we have the Poku, Mix, Patrick, who are quite really young but full of energy. And I strongly believe that the mix of this generation of players will be really successful for our football club.
Patrick, you were so highly regarded at the Manchester City Academy. Was it really tough and a bit of a wrench to leave there? And what was the deciding factor in coming here?
Tough. Yeah, it was a bit tough, because it's never easy to leave a place where people give you everything. It wasn't easy to leave a place where people show you love, or people respect you, and that's why it was difficult to leave the football club. But at the same time, I'm not leaving the football club, because I'm still part of the same group, and the decision coming here was about the project. It's a really exciting project, and I'm really looking forward to build a really successful football club, and to work with Claudio, to work with David. Is really exciting.
Okay, I think we have time for just a few more questions. If you want to go here, Dave.
This one is for Claudio. Last year, it was clear where the direction of NYCFC was when they were doing their coaching hiring, looking for Jason Kreis, a person with an MLS resume. things didn't go quite the way you expected them to go. What is the idea behind hiring a Patrick Vieira? And if you can, what is it that Patrick can bring to the club that was perhaps missing last season?
I touched on it before. I think, in just speaking about Patrick, the leadership that he has to really drive this club forward. We want to have success. He commands respect from everybody in the team. He's confident, and that was very important. I think knowing him and us at City Football Group, the way he worked, gave us great comfort. And I just think that he has all the tools to succeed as a top manager. We're very fortunate to have him, and he was really eager for this challenge. And I think as a player, whether you're one of our DP players or a young player, they're all looking forward to have Patrick to learn from and lead as well. And that was one of the key factors to it. I think we needed a personality that could lead, that can take the pressure that comes with this job and this role. And Patrick's with his playing career has done it all, and so that he can handle it. And it's very important to have a calming influence within the team and the squad. And for me, it was clear. Never mind his soccer background, and really his desire to succeed. Those were the key factors.
Okay, just that.
Bonjour Patrick, vous endossez le costume d'entraîneur à New York à peu près en même temps que Zidane à Madrid. Est-ce que vous avez échangé, vous êtes donné des petits conseils, vous vous êtes souhaité bonne chance? Et est-ce que ce statut de champion du monde, qu'est-ce que ça apporte dans un vestiaire?
Oui, on s'est envoyé les messages pour se souhaiter bonne chance, bonne réussite. Mais après ce statut de Coupe du Monde, ça dure un certain temps. Parce que je me suis rendu compte quand j'étais avec les moins de 21 à City, les joueurs, faut les stimuler, faut être convaincant, faut savoir de quoi on parle. Et c'est ça qui va nous donner de la crédibilité. D'avoir gagné la Coupe du Monde, ça nous permet de faire un pas dans les vestiaires. Mais après, sur la durée, c'est la connaissance du jeu qui va nous donner le respect des joueurs.
Est-ce que vous espérez le même début que Zidane à Madrid?
Ce qui est important, c'est sur la durée. C'est pour ça que quand je me suis décidé de me lancer dans ce que je veux faire dans ce métier, j'ai la vision de vraiment vouloir le faire sur la longue période. Et pour moi, c'est ce qu'il y a de plus important. Après, on peut très bien mal débuter et très bien finir, ou très bien commencer et mal finir, mais ce qui est important, c'est d'être cohérent dans ce qu'on veut faire.
Okay, final question down at the front, please.
Questions for Claudio. Last year we saw players like Shea Facey and Angelino coming over here and getting some playing time. How much are you looking to take advantage of the resources that you have Manchester City, especially now with Patrick in charge?
We're looking at it. I think Patrick, will know the players that we may be able to bring on loan better than anybody. So right now there's no update or of a player joining us, but we will see how our squad is built out in preseason. I think we have the opportunity and luxury to perhaps add a player towards the end of our preseason. But we're focusing on right now probably shaping the squad without using a Manchester City loan player. But it's not to say that we may not have one join us in a couple of weeks or towards the end of preseason.